Welcome back. I'm getting a little choked up here talking to my two great girlfriends that I've had for so long. My very dear friends from the Golddiggers, Marie Peck and Robin Watley Kahn. I got it out. How are you guys?
Great.
Good. All the way from Greece you came.
From a little Greek island, yes. But you're worth it, you know.
Well, thank you. And Marie from Los Angeles.
Came in from Huntington Beach.
Yes, but you were a California girl when you auditioned for the Golddiggers, right?
I absolutely was. I auditioned 3 times.
You did?
Yes,
forgot
I did.
that.
I auditioned 3 times. The first time I went in, I was getting married. They didn't want married women, so I left. The second time I went in, I auditioned. I got down to the finals, and Greg said, you got to sign a morals clause. I said, I'm moral. I don't need to sign it. And
why didn't you have him sign it?
Yeah, really, honestly. And at that time, I said, well, I'm not going to sign this because, I'm a moral person. I said, what happens if I don't? He says, well, you won't be a gold digger. I said, well, I guess I won't. And then I did skits on the show instead. He made me a skit player. So the third time around, I came in.
And we got you.
That was the
And that was
hook.
a good thing. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
And you auditioned. You called the office, didn't you?
I had a showbiz story, a success story, I like to call it. Yeah. They had already had an ad in Variety magazine. Something like over 1,000 women, really wanted the job. It was TV, travel with international legendary star. That's what the ad said. So everybody in Hollywood
wanted to be there.
Sure.
And I came in from Miami just by myself. I knew one gal staying with her. She said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to sing, I want to travel. And she pulls out this ad. She says, well, this is 3 weeks old. They aren't doing this anymore. But call the office. So I called. The secretary was sick. He answers the phone, Greg Garrison, the producer.
Which is so unusual.
And the rest is history. I went in, I didn't even know a song. I was so unprepared. Because I didn't know I was supposed to sing. I thought he was going to talk, see if I looked like the look he was looking for. Yeah. And I sang a song that actually was the song that the girl...
Teresa.
They were looking for a replacement for one girl.
Right, you sang It Just
and
Might Bell, right?
And I sang her song, her solo. And
what are the odds of that? That is absolutely amazing.
Because it was a very slow song. He's just my Bill. Very soft and sweet. Yeah.
What do you think? You got it. What do you think the main quality was that they were looking for at that time in us?
I think, first of all, they wanted a wholesomeness. I think that was really, really important to Greg. He didn't want hard women. He was looking for women that were talented, first of all.
Right.
That's an absolute requirement, obviously. Right. But I think he needed to have women who would be sisters and friendly, and that he could count on that when you're traveling out of town, because we would be in Vegas, we'd be all over the place.
Right.
We're going to be, out there embarrassing him. I remember when we joined the group, and they said, the thing came down, they said, first of all, one thing you need to know is you always have to have a certain presence about you, always have to look good. So of course, the first thing that happened is we're late getting to the airport. And we're all in our high heels and our little skirts and our dresses, and we're flying like crazy, running through the airport, tripping over ourselves. And of course, by the time we got on the plane, the hair's down.
And eyelashes are like this.
It was pretty funny, but that was really important to him, that we just represented Dean well,
Exactly.
That's what most people don't know about showbiz. It looks beautiful from the stage, but you don't know all the things that go into that.
Oh my gosh.
The limousine at that particular, the same one she's talking about. The limousine is calling, hold the plane, VIP's coming. And so we're thinking, oh boy, this feels good, And
then
the next thing you know, you're
crazy.
running in your stockings and your hat in half gear.
Yeah. Right, there's a lot that goes into it.
It was
very
the highlight of all of our lives, I believe.
Absolutely.
A huge
It grounded
highlight.
us. It grounded us. We have some footage of both of you. I know
when we were babies.
When we were babies, the two of us had the great honor of performing for President Reagan's inauguration.
Pretty much the
Wasn't
highlight
that
of my career.
incredible?
Incredible.
That was absolutely amazing, and we're gonna pull up that footage so we can take a look at it. That was the second inauguration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had asked about the girls and how Greg chose the girls. And I think there was a whole list of things that he was looking for, because there were 6 of us at the time when all of us were together. And if you really looked at each one of us, like when I first came into this group, I was the last one coming into these 6, and we rehearsed at NBC. And first you walked in the door. And I don't know if I've told you this.
Oh, yeah.
She walked in, and it was just like, oh, my goodness. I'm in the wrong room, apparently. And then Maria Elena, who was the tall Italian with black bushy hair, she came in. And then her sister, who was the Hungarian, they were half Hungarian, half Italian, so she looked like Zsa Zsa Gabor, and she came in with strawberry blonde hair. And then I thought, okay, I'm in the wrong room now. I know I'm in the wrong room.
No, you weren't.
Then the comedian, Peggy came in the room. A whole different style, and I thought, oh, I see. Okay, I can fit in right there. Okay, because there were 6 totally different types.
All blends, all blend together.
Everyone in the audience had a favorite because there were 6 totally different types.
Exactly.
But wholesomeness and sex appeal and amazing pizzazz. He wanted someone that could really entertain.
Right.
That cared, because we all had big hearts. That's why we still are best friends.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Little does he know how close he had brought us.
Right.
And I really
we
want
had
to
Lee
see
Hale's
this footage if
music.
we can.
Yeah, we had Lee Hale's music, a genius, to have all the songs.
And what amazes me about Lee Hale is that I don't think he necessarily got all the credit that he deserved.
I don't think
in
so
the sense
either.
that he would stand in and he'd also do a lot of the writing. And I think we have the footage coming up right now from the Ronnie Reagan Rag, which I think I could still do, Marie.
Ronnie Reagan Rag, day and night.
Lean to the left.
No.
Lean to the right.
Yes.
Give him the simple life, no nothing fancy. To ordinary people, Ron and Nancy.
Ronnie Reagan Rag, to and fro.
See him on the late late show.
I used to be the president of SAG.
Those movie refunds have become a drag.
I'd like to tip O'Neill. He's become a nag. Do the Ronnie Reagan, do the Ronnie Reagan rag. Do the Ronnie Reagan rag.
Those are the opportunities we were given
Right.
in the Golddiggers to be able to meet such wonderful people. And
well, I look at our resumes, you know, I mean, how many people have the blessings to be able to say they worked with Milton Berle, with Bob
the
Hope.
great.
You know, these were the legends of the time, and we knew it, and we took full advantage of it, just listening to them, learning from them.
What do you think you bring with you from the Golddiggers more than anything else from our years when we were starting out? Because it was like a sorority.
Absolutely.
I think that's it. I think I have sisters. I didn't have sisters. I have 2 wonderful brothers who I adore.
Right.
But I have a sisterhood. I have best friends that will always be in my heart and always be a part of my life. And you know,
We get together. I mean, we can make you cry right now.
You're trying to, and it's working. What can I say?
Well, plus on a more professional level, I mean, I totally agree with Marie, and you both know that.
Yeah.
We all still get together. We still, you know, birthdays and kids and grandkids now and all of that. On a professional level, I think each one of us has learned and watched from these greats. We watched from the back lines. We were on stage with them. Our timing is down to a nanosecond. And we kind of have a sense of feel for what goes
And
on.
we
so we all can
respect.
produce. And
And we respect one another.
Yes, exactly.
And we respect each other's talents.
Yeah.
We're going to hold those thoughts when we come back. We're going to see
Before
some
you
footage
cry.
with you. Yes. When we come back, more with my great friends, Marie Peck and Robin Watley of the Golddiggers. Stay tuned.